So I grew up in Kentucky, and in the South, collards are a thing. These leafy greens are not only delicious, but also packed with vitamins and minerals, making them a valuable addition to your diet. In this video, we are going to go step by step over what it takes to grow these delicious greens. Collards belong to the brassica family, like broccoli, kale, and cabbage. They are very cold hardy. They have large leaves, but unlike cabbage, don't form a head. In zone 6, they are a good crop for a spring and fall garden. In zone 7, they can go right through the winter with some protection. Collards are cold hardy and can generally tolerate temps down to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. However, Vates, an heirloom variety, has survived freezing temperatures as low as 15 degrees. For you urban gardeners, Vates is a nice compact plant, ideal for small gardens. Champion is also a good variety with excellent cold tolerance. Flash, on the other hand, does better up against the heat. It's resistant to bolting and has fast and vigorous growth. Flash is available from Fedco Seeds. Collards are a heavy feeder, so incorporate compost or well rotted manure into the soil to improve fertility and the structure. Aim for about 2 to 3 inches of organic matter mixed into the top 6 inches of the soil. Start seeds indoors 6 weeks before the last expected frost date. Sow seeds about a fourth an inch deep in seed trays filled with organic seed starting mix. For most Zone 6 folks, that is early March. Hi, I'm Amy, founder of Fox Run. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Please like and subscribe if you are getting value. You can check out my books on Amazon and the website. Once seedlings have at least 2 true leaves and the outdoor temperatures are consistently above 45 degrees Fahrenheit, 7 degrees Celsius, harden them off by gradually exposing them to outdoor conditions. Transplant seedlings into the garden and space them 18 inches apart. The soil temperature should also be 45 degrees Fahrenheit for optimum germination and growth. I often cover the new plants with garden fabric for the first month to protect them from cold, but also emerging flea beetles. Much like transplanting, you can also just direct sow the seeds. Get them in the garden about 2 weeks before the last frost date in spring, or 6 weeks before the first frost date if you're planting in the fall. Sow seeds 1/4 of an inch deep, just like you did with them in the potting mix, and thin them to 18 inches apart once they have about 2 to 3 leaves. And you can also eat those thinnings. They're pretty good. For a fall harvest, sow seeds directly in the garden or transplant seedlings 6 weeks before the last expected frost date. So in zone 6, that typically falls around late October. So plant collards in late August or the beginning of September for a fall crop. For fall, I typically give plants a nice layer of straw mulch, or you can use garden fabric as the nights grow colder. I have also grown collards in an unheated greenhouse. I ran out of collards before I ran out of winter. Collards grow well in pots, making them a great option for those with limited garden space. So choose a container that is at least 12 to 18 inches in diameter and 12 inches deep. This provides enough space for the roots to grow and supports the mature size of the plant. The container should have good drainage and to prevent waterlogging because collards are prone to root rot. Use a high quality organic potting mix and avoid garden soil, which can be too heavy for containers. Mix in compost and well rotted manure to enrich the soil and provide nutrients. I love using grow bags, and you can check out my video of them, which shows my grow bags where I'm growing things on the patio with them. Collards do not like waterlogged soil. If your garden has heavy clay, consider planting in raised beds or amending the soil with some green sand or perlite to improve the drainage. For raised beds and the square foot method, 1 plant per square. Collards need consistent moisture but don't like to be waterlogged. Water the plants regularly, providing about 1 to 1.5 inches of water per week. Use mulch to retain moisture and suppress weeds. And remember, you want to be watering the soil, not the plant, because that's a good way to spread a disease. Collards are heavy feeders and do like rich soil. My favorite organic fertilizer is fish emulsion, and my favorite brand is the Alaska brand shown here, which I'll link below. I typically fertilize when I transplant and when the leaves start reaching a good harvesting size. Often after I harvest, I'll give the plant some fertilizer so it can start making more leaves. Collards, like other brassica plants, are prone to lots of pests. I have several videos on specific pests, but we'll go over the basics here. To prevent developed diseases. No, I don't want to do that. To prevent diseases, practice crop rotation and avoid overhead watering to reduce the risk of fungal infections. Aphids like young brassicas. Spray plants with a strong jet of water or use insecticide soap and check under the leaves. That's where they are hiding. Cabbage worms and lopers are a major problem. Hand-pick worms or use organic pesticides like Monterey Garden Spray with spinosad. Also, row covers work well for young plants. Flea beetles are my nemesis. Flea beetles can be hard to control because they move quickly and have a hard exoskeleton that protects them. Use row covers to protect young plants and apply diatomaceous earth around the base of the plants. Radishes are a good trap crop. Sticky traps and spinosad also help to kill the bugs. The leaves are best when they are 3 to 8 inches long. Use scissors or a knife to cut them off. Leave the smaller leaves alone to continue growing. I often give some fertilizer after harvesting to promote new leaf growth. A light frost will actually improve their flavor. Collards can be used in lots of ways. Many people saute them for a side dish. Surprisingly, they are great in smoothies. I like them in eggs, and you can also use them in pesto recipes. If you haven't grown collards, give them a try. They are great for extending the season and providing fresh greens. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a fabulous sunny day.